Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens!
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad you're with us. Out is the rookie from Greg's alma mater. That's Andres Borregales to get us started. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Ravens will come out, and they are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is, Mike, right? From the physical sense, that's obvious. But what really separates him, and it really came through when we had a chance to talk to him this week, is really his ability to operate from the neck up. His processing speed, his decision-making. It seems like he's always one step ahead of the defense, and when he's on, he's proven to be really hard to beat.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their 2nd-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On first down, they go back to Henderson. Finding space inside the 40. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. What a big play there for New England. 42 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it. Kayshon Boutte. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown, Patriots.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Now Andres Borregalis for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Pats will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregalis is back to send this one away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Ravens offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. On play action, here's Jackson. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Jackson fires complete to Flowers. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
To the tight end, Kohler. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
This one's just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Henderson. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Again, it's Henderson, and he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on second down, but now after taking a loss on first and second, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on third down.
Douglas in motion. On third and long, here's May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in third and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Ravens offense ready to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Patriots' 47-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
It's going to be third. They need 1. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he will have the Ravens first down. They're able to convert by plenty on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack. 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
On 4th down, out is the rookie Tyler Loop for the Baltimore field goal. This will be from 56 yards away.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action with May. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what every D trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation. Contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's May. Digs on the reception. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Mike, I can tell you firsthand, when you hit the field on your opponent's side of the 50, there's a lot of optimism and hope that this is going to be a touchdown scoring drive. So nice job here by the defense, holding strong and defending this short field.
He'll go right back to Diggs. He's got it again. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And he's in! Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, New England. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Borregales now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Patriots move out on top, 14-0.
14. Ravens nothing.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. They'll begin this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll run it with Henry. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and a yard. Hopkins sent in motion. On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
3rd and short, Jackson. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
Well, here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On 4th down, they snap it to Jackson. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
Well, you can see the entire sideline and, frankly, the entire fan base kind of holding their breath. That decision on your own side of midfield to go for it on 4th down, had they not gotten it, that's a tough position to put your defense in, but that's a conversation for another day. The offense is going to stay on the field after the conversion, and now they got to see, can they take advantage of that aggressive play call and finish this drive with points?
It's a
gain of 16 yards. First down, Baltimore.
First down.
How would you like to be a defender and see a guy like this coming full steam ahead, trying to barrel down on you? I'll tell you what, I'm not sure if I'm cut out for that, and you can see why. His ability to play through contact is just a lot to handle.
And they smacked him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. The Patriots out on top. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Baltimore, first
That's
down.
the second time they connect on this
First
drive.
and
This
10
one
at the
good for
16-yard
13
line.
yards. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. In motion goes Likely. A give right up the middle to Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. This one complete to Bateman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Brings up
There's not a lot to this route. Man coverage and you got a drag route. Give him a little something off the line and go. Win with speed. Good accurate ball on the front shoulder pad. Allows him to pick up the rest after the catch and leads to a big gain.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he's going to have the first down. Just past the marker. It is first and goal.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and goal.
And with that
at the
run, it
4-yard
puts them
line.
on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up until this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Now Jackson, this a design run. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And he will power his way into the end zone. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Ravens are on the board. It's now 14-7.
14, Ravens 7.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Oh! And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw is May. Here's a screen taken in by Henderson. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
44 yards.
What a big play there for New England. A pickup of 44 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 5. Once more, it's Henderson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take him down for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down is May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down, but I don't think that's going to stand. They're already heading backwards.
Still 3rd down.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. To throw now, May. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And the best offense on 3rd downs, Mike, is to be really good on 1st and 2nd down. This keeps teams from putting themselves in these unfavorable positions. It's part of the reason why these drives continue to stall out.
So on 4th down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal. His kick is perfect. And we'll get a whistle, stoppage, an injured Patriot. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Mitchell. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake, Jackson. He'll look for Flowers downfield. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Now a screen set up for Henry. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This is one of those cases where the offense is counting on the defensive line being over-aggressive in their pass rush, thinking that they can get the ball out of the quarterback's hand and into the back and pick up the 1st down on the yards after the catch. But the defense was obviously ready for it. A lot of guys running to the ball, and just nowhere to go.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over first.
The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now, May. He'll get this out to Henderson. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
That's good for a Patriots.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
A gain of 10 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Back-to-back gains of 10 yards and back-to-back first downs.
Hey, Mike, you know the best time to pick up first downs is? On first downs. Don't wait for 3rd down. We see it here. 3 plays in a row, 3 first downs on chunk plays, and this offense is rolling.
Finds an alley to the 35. And he'll finally be taken down at the Ravens' 23-yard line. 25 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Patriots first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Here's May to throw it on first down. He's got it about the 8. And it's going to be 1st and goal coming up. Tackle May at the 5-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Starts on the tackle. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg. Here's May. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He'll try and throw. Here's May. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Pats add on to their lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the gun, Jackson. This one caught downfield by Flowers. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And the Baltimore first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Oh, yeah. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we sit up here all the time and we try to break down why certain plays work or don't work. Well, this one's not real tricky. I mean, he just simply needs to catch the ball. I mean, that close to the 1st down chain, if he just catches that ball and turns upfield, they extend this drive. He's got to come over to the sideline, take a deep breath, tell his guys, hey, man, that's on me. And he's got to go out and make that next play because his team's going to need him to play better as the rest of this game continues.
They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll come back to Baltimore. After this, they'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on
this is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
May now on 1st and 10. This one not quite on target, and too much. That one falls incomplete.
You know, there's a rule that's pretty simple when you're running routes against zone coverage, Mike, and it's as simple as if you're open, stay open. Instead, you see the receiver here, he ends up running to a covered window, and it just clouds the vision of the quarterback. Instead of throwing into a wide open target, he's now forced to throw into a contested area.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's certainly not for the lack of trying, but these guys are having a really hard time getting on the same page right now. I mean, he's still looking for his first catch, despite getting a handful of targets going his way.
May to throw again. He'll try to hit him with a screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points, but either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So, big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. New England going to take their second timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6. And a Patriot first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, here's May. He finds Hollins on the ground. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 29-yard line.
The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and inches. Throwing is May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throws, clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Throwing now is May. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
So on fourth down, on comes the rookie, Andres Borregales, for the Patriots field goal. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Patriots can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
4 seconds still to be played in this half as that one's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. We welcome you back on EA Sports Footer number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and their running back, Travion Henderson, making their way back out there. To throw on first down is May. That one complete to Hollins. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Here's May. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
He'll try to run for it with Henderson. And that'll move the sticks. First down, up to the 4.
And they continue to lean on him in these short yardage, need-to-have-it situations, tough yards. He's been getting them over and over throughout the course of the game, and he picks up more than enough there on third down.
May gonna hold on to this one. And that one's gonna be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw, and they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
They run on the jet sweep. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and not going to be a lot of gain.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's another Patriots
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Travis Jones in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Handoff, and it's Henderson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Back-to-back plays by this defense now, Mike, winning these early downs. They get the sack on first, the tackle for loss on second, and now it brings up 3rd and long.
3rd and long. To throw is May. Diggs on the reception. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. The shotgun, here's Jackson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2nd and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off, and now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
Second down, Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And the Baltimore
Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get this game, but so far off to a good start. I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he'll get forward for a couple. Jack Gibbons is there to bring him down.
A 2-yard pickup.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Loss of a yard.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the 1st down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
Yeah, this is not a big surprise here, Mike. You're down big. It's the 4th quarter. You have no choice but to go for it here on 4th down, maintain possession, and they were able to come through.
Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll let Henry try to run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They mark him short. The try for 2, unsuccessful. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening has the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. And he'll take this right to the 43-yard line. Nate Wiggins up to make the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Again, it's Henderson. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Mike Green is there on the stop.
Mike Green on the stop. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 6. To throw now. May. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Didn't get the hop he was hoping for. It bounds into the end zone, and it's a touchback. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Play action, here's Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. Gonna mark him down just shy of the 40. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Set to go now on first and 10. In motion goes Likely. Off the play fake. Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
From the 46, here's second down and a yard. Pistol give to Henry. And I don't think he got that wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will have the Ravens first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
First down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. First down throw for Jackson. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
That is left side and caught by Flowers. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
13 yards on the
That's
play.
the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, They can't help him at all.
Now a screen set up for Henry. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
First down.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up first and goal.
Jackson looking to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Jackson now on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Henry, and he's not going to get in. Tackled at the line. It'll bring up fourth and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's third down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have fourth down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
A 20-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they are indeed back within one score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a one-score game here in the fourth quarter as they kick it away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Patriots offense ready to get back at it. Throwing on first and 10 is Meg. Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. On the draw, it's Henderson. Some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Out of the gun, here's Meg. To the sideline. Nice job. They pull that one in, but that is still well short of a first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and a yard. Going to go right back to Henry. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
The tackle made back at
the offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
Jackson from the gun on third down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
Ravens bring their punt team out. They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. The Patriots offense ready to come back out for this next possession.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the give, it's Henderson. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
It is second and 6. And off it is Henderson heading left. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Throwing on third down is May. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, New England.
And the Patriots, first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
At the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. It's Henderson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's May. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Ravens offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Lamar, gonna hang on to it. And they're gonna get him down right at the 25. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the 1st down.
On the option, they give it to Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Jack Gibbons on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again here with Henry. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they come to the line for this one. 3rd down, needing 3. They'll drop to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Here we go. This is 4th down. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Patriots offense ready for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. They'll stick to the ground. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
Throwing on second down. May. That ball intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. We're all even. Fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. In motion goes Likely. Now Henry. Shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Take him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
Another try, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, and they'll stop it with 28 seconds to go in the game. Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. What a run, he brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup there of 25 yards. Good for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to win the game. This kick is good. And it's celebration time. A walk-off victory on the game's final play. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.